Come on in, come on in. Namaste, Zen Zebras, Merry Mermaids, Merry Mermen. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to get... I'm in the Walmart parking lot in case something happens to me. I needed to get my cards that I made today. New cards. I didn't know I was going to go live. I'm still sick, but trying to act like I'm better. Okay? I am better. Just not myself, 100%. Put my face on. Got dressed. Anyway, hi Crystal Divine. Hi Lisa Sarn. Lisa Sarn, did you get your box yet? Or maybe it's tomorrow. Let me know, okay? Okay, so guys, I'm not going to be long. I wanted to do a quick live, because I've been going through the Michael Vaughan case. I've been going through almost all of my videos that I've done on Michael Vaughan. Actually, that's not possible, but I try to go through them a little bit. I've been going through information on facts, news clips, different YouTubers. Like I watch Crime Lies, Crime Lives with Lies, Crime Lies. It's a hard tongue twister name, but Crime Lies, I think. Crime Time Lies. Crime Time and Lies, I think. And Dolly, from Dolly Vision. Justice for All, or Justin for All. Anybody who interviewed, and of course, he did it a long time ago, but JLR interviewed Brandon Shirtley's, but anybody who interviewed Stacey Wondra, I watched it. Okay, I listened to it when I was sick, listened to it going to sleep, re-listened to it, woke up, re-listened to it, had a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, re-listened to it, wrote notes when I felt better. A lot of times I didn't feel good enough to write notes because, you know, sick. So anyhow, what I want to do is, and then I reviewed my stuff that I did. And if you're wondering what I did for Michael Joseph Vaughan, just go to my community page. I reposted a couple of videos that are from the past. And if you watch them fully, you will see I talk about a duffel bag at the very end of, I think it was a live that I did, or it was just a long video that I did for him over a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. I had a cat shirt on. Anyhow, I feel like something is going to happen. Not really on the Summer Wells case, but on Michael Joseph Vaughan. So I'm happy about that, and sad at the same time. Yeah, because I don't believe he's alive anymore. And actually, what was it? The chief of police said that hi Eileen Root, hi Bayo, hi Tracy Delahante. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so basically, I feel that the chief of police, what was it, J.D. Huff, who's in charge of the investigation that's ongoing, people will be arrested. More arrests will come, rearrests, and you might say, well, anybody could say that. You don't have to be psychic. Yeah, that's true. But I just feel that, well, I did a reading on it, so I'm going to read my cards because I don't have that much fortitude with my voice. and I don't want to start coughing. I haven't been coughing. Everything's here. So it moved from here to here to here. Now everything's here. So I don't even know if I have that many tissues in my car to blow my nose. I'm going into the store after this live to get some supplies because I literally go through like 3,000 tissues. And I don't get it. And yesterday and the day before, I was almost every 4 to 6 hours, I had to take Tylenol, regular Tylenol, just to help me with the symptoms. Because I no longer think I have the big C anymore, COVID. I think it's just that cold, that flu that everybody has, and then it hangs around. Now I'm all off of all the antibiotics. That's already been done. And I wanted to go back to work. I really did. But like my Bayo, like Aline, and also Devin, it's like you're rolling not a steady dice. If I go back, I expose myself to the kids, the germ carriers, and then I don't think I'm not sneezing. I'm not coughing that much. Watch, I'll go into a coughing fit. Why are these cars surrounding me, guys? Just surrounding me. What? Just move. Go. Let me show you. What's up with this? I pulls up, and then this man from behind me to the car. Like, what is happening? Do they think I have drugs? No, I have index cards. Guys, I have index cards. See? That's what I have. Sorry, guys. I'm just a little nervous. All right, so I'm a little distracted because I got to keep my eye on this guy. I don't know if he's giving him directions, or maybe he's just giving him directions. I'm just extremely paranoid, I guess, because please, spring come. Oh, and by the way, I went to the mailbox and I got a beautiful card. Let me read this card. In my mailbox, I had a feeling I might have gotten a card. And the card is from my friend Judy Bullock from Minnesota. It's probably really snowy and cold there. It's cold here too. Don't let Texas fool you. And she said, I hate that you're not feeling well. She also told me, don't go to school and get the kids sick. I'm currently plotting my revenge on whoever or whatever is responsible. Hope you feel better soon. Love, your sub and friend, Judy from Minnesota. Thank you so much. And she wrote me a beautiful letter on the side. And it's purple. I love it. I love it. Look at that little germ. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. It really does cheer me up. It was like, you know what? I'm going to make a trip to the post office. Okay, guys. I gotta just take one little break, talk amongst yourselves, because I have to blow my nose. I know it's gross, but if I'm gonna talk, you're a hottie attracting. No. I'll be right with my nose. I know it's gross. Yes, it breaks my heart for him too. Okay, I put a filter on that's called Glamour. I don't know if I'm using it right. Okay. Anyway, I have my makeup on, so what do I need the Glamour for? Okay, so I think I might have to take off my coat. Because, like, I suffer from, when spirit comes in, I get hot flashes. 1 second, guys. Let me take off my coat. Probably should, no, okay. Okay, so, yeah, all right. Spirit just says make it fast so that I don't have a relapse. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, that might be too dark, but that's all right. Right? Let's see. I don't like to use this because it kind of gets. Thanks for the thumbs up. Um, that light, it works on the battery, so I don't want to get the battery all messed up. All right, so also 2 other cases, or another case that I was working on that I have notes on, and I just didn't release any video on it because I got scared. And then I'm like, I'm not really scared. I was talking and channeling with this man. His name is Twitch, right? His real name is Stephen Boss. Remember the dancer, the DJ and dancer? He was on TikTok with his wife, and he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. He was the DJ and the dancer. Okay. He went to a hotel room and killed himself, allegedly. Okay. I hadn't thought about him for a long time, right? A long time ago, people asked me to do a read on him, and I was like, you know what? I just can't do every read. I can't. You know, I just can't. I wish I could. I just can't. You know, I'm not monetized. I do this all for free. I have to fit into my schedule of working sometimes. And I also, need time for my art. Anyhow, I started getting downloads on him. So I wrote it all in I have this little books all over the place, all over the house. And I wrote all these notes in it. And then I would think it was done, and I would go into the living room, and then I would get more. No, go back into the dining room, write down more notes. I kept on lighting Palo Santo. I kept lighting candles and saying some prayers. And he gave me so much information. It's scary. But I think the reason why he wanted to talk to me, he kept on saying, don't get monetized. Don't get monetized, Katrina. Don't let your he didn't say yourself, he's something. Don't let your craft, don't let your gifts and talents be monetized. Own them. You own them and God owns them. Once you give that power, money, I mean, you sign the contract for people to pay you. It destroyed something with his gift. And then he didn't even know what he was doing anymore. Who he was doing it for was not himself. Okay, so that, I know that went dark, right? Some people don't even know who he is. But I will deal with him because he came to me so many times. I wrote down like 5 pages of notes. And those of you who are saying, where's Capricorn reading? Well, I can't. I have to go with what is really important. Not that Capricorn's not important, not that Aquarius isn't important, but Michael, I keep on to say Michael J. Fox. Michael Joseph Vaughan, Monkey is really important. The kids are always important and foremost. People who are murdered are important, and they come before the astrological sign. Okay, so otherwise I get haunted, right? I start to get haunted, and that's hard. I'm just going to take a piece of gum because in case I get very tongue-tied. It helps me. Can you see me? Why are you guys calling? What's happening? They're picking the jury for harmony? Hi, Rain Cloud. Guys, you have to help me because I don't know. It keeps on disconnecting. So let me know if you could see me, because I just don't want to... oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good either. Is this good? Okay. All right, so it keeps going out. All right, I'm wondering... I have it plugged into the car, but I'm wondering whether I should just wait and just go home and do it tonight. You can see me now? All right. You know what I'll do? Let me just read. There I am. Okay. Let me just read my cards, and then hopefully it won't go out again. But if it does, I'll just come back tonight because my phone is very low. And I have to still go into the supermarket and get some food. And I have already done Palo Santo. I've already done my prayers. I gotta read my cards to you guys. Maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll get people flowing about the case. Okay. How old am I? I'm 60 years old. 60. Although I am 6 years old sometimes. Okay. All right. So guys, these are my cards. I'm just going to read through them. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments section. Or maybe I'll come back. All right. We'll see. So the all out of order. All right. So here's the initials of who I, and everything I say is in okay, in my opinion. Allegedly, okay? I am a psychic medium, so, and an empath, a light worker, people who, a person who works on the missing and the murder. I'm sure that my bangs before I went Lucini and has been in the Ohio area and also California. Okay, but these four characters, these four initials, SW, SW, BS, and AL, were all at 1102 Red Wing Street when Michael went missing. What was it, on July 27th or 20. Okay. So based on a lot of the information, and who knows which is a lie and which is the truth, and maybe it's a little bit of the truth mixed in with lies. Supposedly, they went to the pawn shop, they went to the mall, they went to Applebee's. This was supposedly Adrian, Sara, and Brandon. Those three. You might say, why didn't Stacey go with them to the mall, to the pawn shop, to Applebee's? And doing a car crash scene video? Yeah, you heard that right. Okay. Well, Stacey said that they have a business as a cab business, and he had he had a gig. He had to go drive somewhere. Okay. So Michael Joseph Vaughan went missing between, and I don't know this 100% for sure because I am not a detective. Excuse me for the burp. Getting upset. Hi, Dry Blast. Welcome. Went missing around between 5 and 6. Okay? I think that's what I heard from, Tyler, the father, went to change the baby, and it was between 5 and 6 that he called Brandy that he couldn't find him. Okay, so these characters were going about their business, and where was everyone at 5 p.m. when Michael went missing? That's what I want to know. Okay? That's what a lot of people want to know. Okay. There's a lot of driving, and then spiritually, psychically, I felt, because I always ask, like I write down the person's name, who I'm looking for. I try to tap in. I talk to them. I talk to my spirit guides. I talk to the spirit guides of the missing. And I say, because sometimes their voice is not that loud, or they're not too communicative. And especially, Michael, he was vivacious, and he was funny and silly and wonderful. But sometimes, he would be shy talking to a stranger. But sometimes he does talk to me. And the reason why this all came up even deeper is because I had a dream of him the other night. And in my dream, because I've been doing a lot of sleeping to try to heal, in my dream, he was right there, like right here, right where you are. And his skin was so like a yellowish peach, right? And his eyes, beautiful blue. And he was saying something to me. He was like playing with my face. I don't know if he was trying to wake me up. And he was like, and I was like, what are you saying? What, Michael? You came to visit me? What are you saying, sweetheart? And he was like, it's time. And like, it would have been scary if it came out of like, if his face looked like mean or something, but it was just, it's time. And I was like, time for what? And he didn't say it, but he communicated with his mind to me. Okay? And now some people might say, oh, that sounds wacky, but that means you don't know me. Okay? Go look at my 3,000 videos. He said, it's time. And I said, is it time to find you? And he said, yes, Katrina. Come on. And then like soon after that, I got up out of bed. because you don't go to sleep after you see that. Michael's right there. And it was lovely to see him. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do a lot of gross things. One of them is that you have to blow your nose and cough and spit, okay, when you're sick. All right, so a lot of driving. So intuitively, I'm feeling him when I'm trying to tap in with him. And that's a scary thing, too, because I don't want to be too attached. Just like with Twitch, I didn't really want to be inside his body to receive, because I was trying to figure out whether he was murdered or commit suicide. Anyhow, that's another case. This is what goes on in my mind, all right? And this is all with being stone cold sober for a month, all right? That is that, all right? Like almost a month, all right? Anyway, I can't wait to have a glass of wine, though. To tell you the truth, no, some people are going to say, well, just keep it going. You're doing so good. You don't need to drink. No, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Please. Okay. Anyhow, so a lot of driving. So I'm asking him 1 car, 2 cars, and he was like, I think it was two different feelings type of cars. So one might have been a truck and one might have been a regular car. So what he's trying to tell me symbolically is that his body was moved, and we know that from the police report. We know that the cadaver dogs did go up to the house. They barked in the backyard. They I forget the word you say it. Hi Becky. But they found remains, or they sniffed remains. They alerted in the backyard, and then they also alerted by the front door. I think it was the front porch door. I'm not 100% sure, but they said they have information. This is from the police. They have information that not only was he at one time in the backyard buried, but he was also in that house. Okay? The dogs don't play. And if anybody wants to say, oh, well, they can alert, the dogs can alert, I think a YouTuber was saying, the dogs can alert if you have a sewage problem, a pipe burst, and some kind of sewage problem. Okay? Well, that could be looked into. And why do you have a sewage problem? Did you try to stuff something down the toilet? Okay. So I'm getting energetically a lot of driving in at least 2 different cars, a truck and a regular car, being taken to at least 2 to 3 locations. So even before I pick up the cards again, I'm going to look sort of away from the phone just to tell you guys. This is 31 minutes already. Okay, sorry. I thought I was going to do this so fast, but I am not a machine. I am not an AI. Okay. I'm just going to look over it this way, how I believe it happened is they are all guilty. And they're going to try to put it on each other. And I think that it is no coincidence that Stacey Wondra says that he dropped his tobacco skull under the seat, and it went over to the passenger seat. So he had to go to that pad thing that kids play at, that Michael probably was at, and it was around the same time. Okay? So that puts him in the spot, right? And Stacey had also lied that he was never on 8th Street. He never knew anything about 8th Street. 8th Street is where Michael was from, that area. Meanwhile, they have him on camera being over by there. Okay. Anyhow. And one of my first readings was that a car pulled up and said they would take Michael to his mother. And if you go back to my readings, they're like 2 years ago. And also the person in the shorts, that's probably definitely Brandon. But anyhow, allegedly, could he have just picked Michael up and taken him? Okay. Or did Michael get in the car and then jump out of the car and run, and then Brandon ran after him? Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. All right. But energetically, psychically, I feel that he was definitely taken into the car at some point and brought, this is going to be very shocking, and brought to their house. He was at their house. I don't know if he was alive at that time. I think he was. And then I think they made the decision that he, was going to be a very smart little boy and a fighter, and they couldn't take that risk. But for some reason, I see him on their counter. Like somebody picked them up and put him on the counter. Like the counter in the kitchen, right near the refrigerator. Okay, so I don't let spirit tell me everything, show me everything, because I would never, ever sleep. I would never be able to stay in my mind, because I can't take the pain of the children. I know they're not in pain now, but I can't absorb that. That's too much for me. So I ask God to not let me see the things that I can't handle, and he knows what those parts are. Hi, Crazy 8. Hi, Jazzy Jewel. So I get the car thing, but I do feel he was in that house. For some strange reason, they brought him to that house, and maybe they were going to do the right thing. But then they realized how it would look for them. And then they did many wrong things. Okay, let's put it that way. Them going to Brandon's mother's house, that's 45 minutes away, is not a coincidence. Okay, so at first I feel, yes, indeed, he was in that yard. He even was in that kitchen. This is just me. It's allegedly. I could be wrong, of course, because I am not God. Okay, but I am just going to give you what Spirit gives to me. Maybe it will help. If it even helped 100%, 100th of a fraction, then I would know that I did the right thing for Michael Joseph Vaughan. Okay, so because we have RSOs among us, we have pedophiles among us, we have disgusting sociopaths, murderers, serial killers that are just waiting to get our children, that don't care about the children. They make believe they care about children, but they don't. There's something missing in their mind. Okay? All right. So a lot of driving. They go to his mother's house. At some point, going to his mother's house, Brandon with the duffel bag, at the end of my video that I put on my community page today, that I found from a year or 2 years ago, at the end of the last 10 minutes of that video, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, it's like an hour and something long, but you can watch it if you love me, or you love Michael. Anyhow, watch the last 10 minutes, because I talk about, I see a duffel bag. Okay, I forgot I said that. There's a whole big story about Brandon packing up his duffel bag of clothes and then driving with Sara and Stacey and himself all the way to his mother's house and washing his clothes, avoiding the camera light. Why do you have to avoid the camera light on your mother's house? Well, because your mother doesn't want you there. Okay? Or are you guilty about something? Because it was Sara and Stacey that said they didn't want to be shown by the camera light, so they parked sideways so that they weren't by the light, by the camera of his mother, Brandon's mother's house. Okay. That being said, Stacey himself said something like, "Oh, well, the duffel bag was too small to fit a little boy's body in it." Why would he say that? See, the guilty will tell on themselves eventually. They will tell on themselves. Every time he tells a story, another detail comes in. Another 3 details come in. If you've been following it, and I suggest you follow him, rewatch all the things before the cops take it down. But anyhow, or it could go the other way and they don't make any arrests. 1 second, guys. I need a tissue. I don't have any tissues left. You kidding me? See, this is why I gotta go in the store. I literally don't have a tissue. I used to have a box of them in the car. At 75 cents. Okay, sorry. Okay. So this card is a lot of back and forth, moved 3 times total. This is according to me, okay? So I hit like, make believe I'm a cadaver dog. I'm hitting in the backyard. I'm hitting by the shed. I'm hitting the front porch, and I'm hitting in the house, and then by the counter, okay? Then we all go in the car, however we get in the truck or the car, Stacey's car, and we drive to Brandon's mother's location. He does not put that child in Brandon's mother's house. I don't get that. But I do get somewhere on the way home, there was a dump off. Okay. Along with the bag, I think. I don't think the bag came home. A lot of driving back and forth, moved total of 3 times, mental health issues, 2 people, really make that 4 people, but especially 2 people. Okay. Okay, and I have suspect. The suspect can do manual labor, but is too lazy. Now that might be several people, but they can do manual labor. They are somebody that suffers from night terrors. They are having night terrors of it. They smelled something, they saw something, they participated in something kind of by accident, or they overheard about it. Night terrors, nightmares, and they want to die. Sometimes they want to kill themselves. Okay, I don't like to stay in their energy though. I like to stay I only do it so that I can get in and I want to get out. The addictions that this person who that was involved with Michael Joseph Vaughan, laziness, oral fixation, so that means they had some sort of issue with their parents or their mother especially, like they never feel filled up, so they can overeat or overdrink, overchew. Smoker, alcohol, vapes, weed, brain issue. When I saw the brain issue, I actually saw like a picture of a brain and it lit up like a symbol. lit up, like there was something wrong in the brain. It was almost like, is that a tumor? They're trying to show me a tumor, or are they trying to show me there's something wrong in that? They keep on saying that child's brain is wrong. Something wrong with that child's brain. So maybe they're taking me back to when they were a kid. My guides, so they'll take me back to when that person was a kid. And somebody said, there's something wrong with that child's brain. Food issues and guns. Okay. Homeowners are related to the suspect. Okay, so in other words, you know that wasn't Stacey and Sara's house, right? They were allowed to stay there because of Sara's parents own those houses. So the homeowners are Sara's parents, right? Allowed them to rent that house and rent maybe even other houses that they owned, okay? And so who knows if they'd been questioned. They've probably been questioned, but they're going to be on Sara's side, probably. We need them to be on Michael Joseph Vaughan's side and the side of the light, okay? Okay, so then I have, this is what I was talking about before, where I feel Michael was, where his body was. First in the yard, second in the shed, third in the drive, third driven to another location, Idaho/Oregon. Okay, I'm not great with the maps, and my earliest readings of Michael was seeing him. I concurred with other readers, such as Ruby, just a Texas medium, Crystal, who was from that area, Crystal Medicine, Kim, Lightbound, A Comeback, Kim Magical, and Genocide, Jen. Anyhow, my earliest readings, a lot of us have gotten this like little farm that maybe isn't a working farm, and like metal trailer type houses. There were houses, but you know when something is a trailer but it's a permanent trailer, and then it had the 4 mailboxes. And Ruby, just a Texas medium, did extensive reads on it, and mappings, and has shown a lot of stuff. So you could always go back to her videos as well with the mappings. But anyhow, so first in the yard, second shed. Also, I believe he was in the house and somebody put him up on the counter. Like, what are we going to do with you? Don't start. Remove, please. Angels, guide me and bless my reading and anybody who watches my reading. Thank you. Third, the driven to another location. Okay. On the way to Boise. When I hear on the way to Boise, I get a hit. I get hot on that. I'm not sure what it means, but I think they went there. Or Sara and Brandon went there. And I hear, oh, I'll help you. All right, I'm in a mess, but I'll help you get out of it. And it's almost like everybody did something out of the 4 people. Everybody did something so that not one person could just be in trouble. Everybody did something to help the other one. But who's going to help Michael Joseph Vaughan? Who's going to help Brandy and Tyler? So something about Boise, I got a stroke hit on. I'm not really sure what to do with that because I really need a tissue. So I'm going to just finish with these cards. Michael Joseph Vaughan. This is when I first write it out, and then I just sit there and I touch it. What do I need to know? I'll stay connected with it. Avoided the camera. Yeah. So when BS, Brandon and Sara Wondra avoided the camera, I'm talking about when they went to his mother's house, and also Stacey, he just stayed in the car, went to his mother's house, and I talked about the camera being set up, and they didn't want anybody to see them. Why? Why? Is there any reason why he's not allowed? He was an adult. He was in his 20s, a third. I don't even know how old these characters are, except I knew Sara Wondra was 34 2 years ago. So now she's what? 36, right? 35, 36. Okay. They avoided the camera. Why? Because you're guilty of something? Okay. The dogs and FBI detected in those two places. I also kept seeing, when I had the dream of Michael, and he was right next to my face, touching my big cheeks, right? He's letting me know, like in my mind, they're going to find something of his, and he shows me a shirt. When I listened to my videos from the past, I heard something about the beach slipper, but I really get a hit on the shirt. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like the FBI has a shirt, but I don't know. They don't tell us everything. Hi, Melissa. Hi. Hi, Melissa. Okay, so fetal alcohol syndrome is what Stacey Wondra says he has. I talk a lot about that in my video that's on my community page from a year ago or 2 years ago. When you have that, if your parent has, is alcoholic and you have a baby grown in your belly, the baby is born with fetal alcohol syndrome, but there's many ways of therapies and things to get the child, through it. They might have like the no bridge in the nose and certain like indications on their face forever, but they can get a little bit better, and there's different programs. However, I forget why I wrote this, but 11 a.m. He said 11 a.m. Oh, Stacey Wondra had a job in Boise. So, but he didn't go till 12:30 or 1. So he heard about it at 11. He didn't get there till 12:30 or 1. He said he took the Lexus, which was white, and he doesn't own that anymore. Okay. When did he sell that car? Right after Michael went missing. I think the police might have gotten that car. He said it was repoed. But we'll see. Okay, that's what I have, guys. I got to get in the store. I got to get some tissues stat. Please put some comments on my video. Please share my videos. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and please do me a favor. It's for free. It's Mystic Brady TV for free. Okay, all you have to do is subscribe. There's no way that it's fair for me to be at 5,000 subs. Only 5,000 subs since 2019. I've done over 3,000 videos. Okay, I'm there for you. Be there for me. Just all you have to do is give me a like, give me a comment, share my videos, give me some love by subscribing, and I will give you my world. Okay, love you guys.